Hello everybody and welcome to the Irregular Magic High School Visitor Arc Episode 9 Anime Review. This episode, I guess we found out the final conflict for this, this arc. Instead of being against the parasites, they dealt with the parasites quite quickly, honestly. It seems like it's going to be against either this Sector 7, or Section 3, not Sector 7, that's Transformers, that's a different thing. Sector 3, whatever it was. They're probably going to be the guys they deal with. If not them, then Tatsuya will maybe finally put Lena in her place and save her probably by not saving her, if that makes sense. Saving her by violence. Let's go with that. Anyway, let's crack on with this episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. We pick up where we left off at the end of last week's episode with Pixie using Honoka's magic and everything. Robots shouldn't be able to do that. That's not something that science can explain, so to speak. Old man, who I can't remember who he is, he figures the parasite is in the robot and he's like, that's very interesting. So presumably they're going to use that at some point to maybe mass produce magic robots, who can say. Tatsuya's friends roll up after they've already beaten all the parasites, Mikihiko and Erika and Leo, they all roll up just to say hello. Tatsuya's like, hey, we need to escape quickly. Can you take the bodies to the storefront? Me and my girls, we're going to go in a car, basically. And they do. Tatsuya tells them what was going on with the robot, right? It was resonance using Honoka's hair ornament things that he gave her. Don't know exactly how that works, and then she's all like, but I don't want to lose the ornaments. Tatsuya gave me these, and Tatsuya can see there, and he's just like, okay, well, we got to find a way to control it at least, if we're not going to just get rid of the ornaments, because we can't just have the robot start glowing every so often. That's going to alert goddamn everyone to our magic robot, and we can't be having that. Team Erika, who were going to deal with the parasites, they got confronted by the police. However, these aren't the real police. These are some phony police, because Erika, I guess her brother, cleared the area of real police, so these aren't real police. They get attacked from above. Leo, punches the dude away. They all put up a decent fight. Mikihiko does some zapping. Leo does some punching. Erika does some slashing. They got this armor, though, that, it's like rebound armor. It, electrocutes them or releases this powder. They're prepared for this attack, basically. These didn't just go roll up unprepared. They know what they're up against, so to speak. They get pulled away from the parasites. There's a big old bomb. There's an airship that takes the parasites. As I said, these are not just some rando dudes. It turns out, it was Sector 3 or Section 3. I forget exactly what they're called. But they did it. They took the things. Team Tatsuya gets bested. Although Erika could have took down the airship, but they didn't want to, injure civilians. But it's worth mentioning she probably could have took down the airship. And, a lot of people would have died, but they would have got the parasites back. Maybe. I do mean maybe. I did like this. This was quite funny. Like the next day at school, they all go to Tatsuya on the roof, and they look like he's a mob boss, and he's gonna really be mad at them. They tell him, the parasites got stolen, but they're like, but it wasn't our fault, The enemy had gear prepared for it. Tatsuya figures it was Section 3, Sector 3, whatever they're called. Sector 3's got bases all over the place, so we can't just, roll up and go in. We don't know which one they're at. This time we'll set a trap for them, though. Meanwhile, the Colonel gets a call from that Lolita, whose name I don't remember, about the parasites being captured, and then she's like, okay then, I'm gonna text my girl, and she does. She texts Angie. We don't see what she texts her, but we can deduce it from what happens a bit later on. Tatsuya asks Mayumi about it, because the Raihousha family obviously ties to Sector 3, and he's like, hey, what's up with that? Wants her to get them to seal the parasites, and not do anything else with them. No research, none of this. Seal them so they can't cause no more trouble like he was gonna. And then threatens that, hey, if anything happens, you'll be the ones paying for the damages. So, need a threat right there. And then she says, okay, I will give it a shot. I will ask my father to not investigate, but I'll pass along your message, basically. Very quickly afterwards, Mayumi texts him to say, hey, the parasites are dead. They got killed, the facility was attacked, and they are dead. He gets video footage. I don't know if he hacked or he was just given it. Tatsuya gets video footage of what happens, showing who wrecked the place. It was Lena. Lena did it. Presumably, the Colonel texted Lena and was like, go kill the things. And she did. Execution. And then Tatsuya is all like, as we know, she's not suited to be an assassin. So this'll mess her up pretty bad, because there was no honor in it. She just set the fire and burned them alive and killed all those other dudes as well. They had guns though, so that one's fair enough. But no, the parasites were just defenseless people. Not good. Not good for Lena to do that. Tatsuya will put her in her place with a pistol whip. Is that what they call it? When you wabam? Is that pistol whip? I have no idea. I'm very old. Then they get video hacked, I guess, by Raymond. Remember Raymond? He was the dude talking to Shizuku at the party. Turns out Raymond is one of the 7 sages who we learned about earlier. So the leader of Blanche, Mr. Haig, he set up the anti-magician protests around the place and is a 7 sage as well. What a 7 sage is, it turns out. There's a lot of words in here I don't completely understand, so I'm just going to read it out and hope they have access to. Oh my god. Hilskjalf. I hope that's right. Which is like it's connected to Echelon 3, so I guess it's a big old info database that normal people wouldn't have access to. If that's not what it is, sorry. You know this show gets jargony sometimes, and it's great. Haig lost all his Japanese influence thanks to the stuff that Tatsuya did in Season 1, so he also sent the parasites as well, I should probably say. He wants to rebuild his spy base in Japan, wants to destroy magic and reign over a magicless world. So he wants power, basically. He's a big old power guy. Raymond says, "Hey, I'll help you out, Tatsuya. I'll help you get rid of the parasites." He's also told Lena all this information, so cooperate with her or compete with her, do whatever. Turns out the 7 sages, they're not like an organization or a group working together. 7 sages are just people who have access to Skildjalf or whatever it was. What was it? Skildjalf? Hildskjalf. The thing, I can't pronounce that. It was like a Norse word. Come on, guys, you can't expect me to pronounce that. But the point is, hey, I give you information. I gave you Lena information. Deal with the parasites. Go do it. Presumably they're going to end up fighting because you know, they don't get along too well. Well, I mean they do, but they don't. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm assuming they're going to have another scrap, and Tatsuya will save her somehow. Who knows how, though? We got, what, 4 more episodes? 4 more episodes, actually. We've got quite a ways to go yet, so here's to find out. I'm going to assume we're in the last book worth, because I think Visitor Arc's like 3 books. I looked it up at one point. I think we're probably in the last book's worth. I've not read them, I should probably say. I haven't read the light novels, but I'm just making an assumption based on where we are, so there's that. Anyway, that was the end of this episode. It was pretty... this show is like... It's pretty good entertainment, even if a lot of when they get all jargony goes over my head a lot of the time. Feel like it'd be a lot better, you know, in light novel form, written down, that kind of stuff. But hey, who can say? Anyway, though, what was my favourite part of this week's episode? Let's have a look. So my favourite part is actually one of the more comedic parts in an episode that didn't really focus on the comedic aspect of things. Don't know why I'm doing this voice. It's obviously the part when the 3 musketeers, the 3 stooges, what else do we want to call them? Tatsuya's B team, report back to Tatsuya and they act like they've done a lot wrong because they're like, "Teacher, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw the pen at him, it was an accident." And then you have this dude just blood pouring out his eye from where the pen is embedded in it. What was I saying? I forgot. Point is, it was funny, the way they were acting and how Tatsuya at first wasn't saying much and he was facing away as if like, "I'm going to kill you, I'm a mob boss now." But no, it was funny. I liked it a lot. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. It's not even next week anymore. It's just soon. Sorry, this is late. It happens sometimes. See you next week or whenever for another episode of this. Take care and bye, guys.